Oh, oh, looked like there was an accident early this morning. Good morning. Feel like talking? Talk to me. I don't think I'm taking that highway first. It looks all congested. So I'm going to take these city streets. I say streets so much. I'm about to say it in normal conversation talk. Oh, the green light was on my side today. You know that makes a big difference when the green light is on your side. How are you? This building is for sale. Okay, commercial property. Wow. Hmm. Good morning, David Neal. Thank you for my. It is a nice jacket. Thank you. My company gives us stuff. Well, I think I won this. I picked it out of the stuff that I won. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Shepherd Bond, Lazarus. Oh, good morning. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're having a great day. Actually, a fantabulous day. And my little shirt don't have sleeves, so this is going to make all the difference. This jacket, because I was chilly. I had on a turtleneck sweater and a hoodie. I think that's called velour. It's velour material. I don't know. It's like velvet to me, but it's very soft. Yeah, I'm gonna peradventure just keep these city streets until I get to where I want to be. So much construction going on everywhere in the neighborhood. Heading to work, I am. How many countries have you had? Hmm? How many countries have land in them? How many countries have land in them? I don't even know how many countries there are. Like 192 countries? I think they all have land, right? Was that a joke? This is the scenic route. You know, when I chew gum, I kind of pop all the time. It's kind of fun. It's a stress reliever, chewing gum. Sometimes I chew it when I'm thinking. Chew it like a cow. Chew it like a cow. Let me see. Have a great day. I just had to check in with you. And what type of medicine do you? I don't practice medicine. You know, let me share with you. I am a theologian. A theologian is a person who has a doctorate in biblical studies. So I'm saved. I gave my life to God in 1991. Let me see. I presented my body in 1991. Let me shoot this way over here so I can get out of. I am hungry. So that's what my doctorate is in. I started out just like taking courses just for interest because I just couldn't get enough of learning about God. My hunger was so great, and I just wanted to. The scripture says, hunger and thirst after righteousness and knowledge. And I always feel like I'm a student in poverty because I cannot get enough of that word. So it just caused me to continue. And I had gone to, at the time, my pastor's graduation. And I had already been to Bible school a number of years, and I didn't have a degree. And I wasn't even trying to acquire a degree. I was just going for knowledge, just to know more. And then he graduated, and I saw him graduate, and the speaker, oh my God. I said, if he's learning this type of stuff, and I had just started going to that church, and I said, wow, if he's getting this type of knowledge and he's getting this type of it and insight to the spiritual thing, I said, I want in. I want to go to this school. And sometimes I do things like I'm going to go to this school. I ain't have money. I was raising children. You know what I mean? And I didn't have much money. So any extra I had, it went to living expenses. And I had to register. The first time I had to ever register for a course, I needed registration money. I asked my Uncle Candy, God bless and rest his soul. You can listen. And he gave me the registration in order to start Bible school. And it culminated in me going to school for years and years. I went to school over 9 years to acquire the doctorate I have. I went to different courses before I even went to, and seminary is different than, say, a university or college. It is accredited, the school I graduated from. Um, but it was so exciting, and I got a hunger and a thirst increased, and that's when I wind up embarking on going to that school, and that school made all the difference for me. You come on. The school made all the difference for me, and I just went, and I wind up going, and I graduated with my bachelor's degree. They took my um, this school took my, because I had gone to Essex County College for nursing, so I had courses, prerequisite courses. I failed the nursing course though. After a while, I fell. I flunked out. So they took my credits from Essex. They took courses that I had taken. I'm gonna go on this highway. Courses that I had taken, and um, School of Ministry, and I was able to enter into their bachelor's degree program with the education that I already had. And thankfully, I was accepted, and I wound up graduating as salutatorian of that class when I got my bachelor's degree. I even spoke at my graduation. hmm That was a highlight of my life. So I couldn't stop, and they had another course, a master's course, And at that point, I couldn't stop, and I went for the master's course, and I graduated salutatorian there too. So my grades were always impressive. I like to put my best effort in. You know, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it to the best of my ability, and I got a chance to speak at that graduation. So by the time I got into the doctorate program, I had already been teaching at the school as an adjunct instructor, and I was getting paid because I was teaching at this school. So I was teaching and I was attending the bachelor's degree program, not the bachelor's, the doctorate. So it was kind of intense. And then I had a number of family members pass that year. That year, I had a number of family members pass, and it was a challenging year. My son wind up going to prison or being arrested for a crime. I was in the doctorate program. My sister passed. My uncle, my favorite uncle, passed, and struggling. I was struggling, like just to hold things together. I was working. I had to take custody of my sister's three kids and still maintain my three kids. And like I said, my son had gotten involved in an armed robbery, and it's the truth, and I ain't never lied about it. But the fact is it was a rough period of time, but I graduated. I wanted to graduate with my as valedictorian that year because I had already, been salutatory, and I wanted to graduate at the top of my class and speak at that graduation too. But I didn't graduate as valedictorian, and I couldn't be salutatorian because I it went to an underclassman. If I wasn't graduating as valedictorian for my in the doctorate program, then I wouldn't have gotten a salutatory. Although my grades were great, but they weren't as great as the valedictorian. He was an exceptional man, Dr. Bivens. And but in the midst of that, I still got a chance to speak at my graduation when I graduated with my doctorate degree. I felt like God honored me with all the stuff I was going through because He knows it's something I wanted, that I wanted to be on that platform, ending my doctorate at that point. And when I didn't make it, you know, I had to realize that, that wasn't my timing. And I had a lot going on. And I was just happy to be there and make it through with my whole class. I mean, that was a year for a lot of us. We were on that stage, we were crying. It was so many of us that had gone through, it was so many of us that had gone through so many trials just to finish that course. And it was like we were up on that stage remembering and knowing what we had been going through because we were members of the same class and, you know, seeing one another on a regular basis. But that was like the highlight of my life for that period of time. And they let me speak on the graduation. They asked me to speak on the graduation because they were honoring my instructor, Dr. Lewis Brackett, an exceptional man. He's an exceptional man, and they were honoring him. So to say nice words about him, wonderful things about him, was one of the easiest things that I had to do for that graduation. And I still have what I wrote about him. It just brings to my memory that I do. And so that's my story. You know, it was a period of time. Wow, it was a period of time, and that was back in 2010. That no, I forget. It was 2000. I graduated in 2006 because my ring says that, so I can't mess that up. 2006. I have to pay attention to this track. Isn't this pretty? Look at this. This catches me in a wonderful light. You see all that darkness? I have bedroom eyes. I like that groovy eye thingy. Okay. Thanks for listening to my story. But yeah, that's I'm a theologian. I and I have like a double major with my doctorate. One is the par- parousia. That is the second coming of Jesus Christ, and Christian psychology was my second major. And there is a way that the Christian thinks. We believe specific things morally, socially, economically. We have a whole, in the kingdom of God, there is a currency. We are a nation, and a nation buys and sells. They have products, they have commerce, and God has a nation. God created it, and He wants His nation to be the, what we would you call it? How would you, the example that it should be. And that's showing all love, absolute, showing love to humanity, doing service to others, improving the lives of another, help where you can help. That was the first, I don't know if you know anything about ministry, but my first ministry was the ministry of help. That means that wherever I fit in, that's where I'm going to get in. If I can clean the toilet, if I can mop the floors, which I've done it all, and I've never felt like any of it was beneath me. Clean toilets, mop floors, wash walls. I enjoy all that stuff anyway. So feed children, pick up people. It was always help. How can I help? How can I wish I can get some folk who feels like, how can I help you, me? Because I got a lot of stuff that I got going on. Like I want to do my. I haven't been in a position to do my organization, which I have a nonprofit organization called Prison Mothers Prayer Ministry. It's a support group that I started as a result of my oldest son going to prison. And I started that support group. I actually was writing for a Christian newspaper called the Christian Observer for like 5 years around that time. And I began to share with the readers that, my son was in prison. I was feeling like it was on my fault. What did I do wrong? What didn't I do right? I was going through that whole in my article. And women began to respond saying I thought I was the only one that feels that felt that way. And I love all those women. I wish I could connect with them. Time has us drifted. But I was able to start support groups. I started support groups and we had advanced to 5 different locations. And the vision is big. I said I want to have a support group in every city and every state and in 50 countries. Yeah. because this incarceration is everywhere, and nobody intends or plans their loved one to wind up in prison. And sometimes people find out when these families find out when we all find out, because sometimes it's a public experience. But yeah, it's a heart wrenching, never want to go through again type of thing, not knowing if your child is going to ever come out of prison, if he's going to live there, if he's going to never come out again, and if he's going to have to do something while he's in there just to survive. You understand? Because it's a whole different world inside of there. You can't call it. It's not like these streets, and I've never been in there. But the fact of the matter is, it's a whole different world inside of there, and these streets ain't easy. But if you can get away from a situation to avoid it, do. But you can't judge somebody because of how they try to survive and make it through. Sometimes it's life is just deep. People are faced with decisions that sometimes they can't even go back from. And I'm so thankful that my son is no longer in prison. I think he learned the lesson. And when he came out, he couldn't travel because he was on parole, I think it was. But he's now in another state because he can move and go wherever he want to go. And I'm happy for him. Wasn't happy that he moved because I always want him close to me, and it's hard. But he and his wife and my grandbaby, they holding it down. So I started that support group, looking for a support group, and just started it. And I'm glad I did. So we still exist. And that's where I started talking about getting help because I want some help. I want to be able to do toys for tots. I've been able to do that successfully for a number of years. And now that I'm physically getting better, I want to be able to get some toys to some kids. And I cook. I like to cook. I haven't been able to cook, but I've cooked for and hold what is considered my TAP luncheon. TAP. So I'm an acronym queen. TAP, touch and agree in prayer. TAP, touch and agree in prayer. So I would hold a TAP luncheon. It would be a free luncheon. Anybody's welcome to come. I'd give out the toys to the children and families who are affected by incarceration or just need. And I miss doing those things. So I need help. Help. If there's anyone out there that has some volunteer time, I have a lot of things that's like in the working. And if you have some time, yeah, I ain't got no money to pay you. Truth be told, I'm trying to make the money, and it's gonna happen. But the fact is that now that I'm back in the swing of things, I need some help for different projects. And if you have some special skills, let me know if you want to be a part. Like I said, I used to love to help people. I would say, what can I do to help? What you need me to do. I don't need you to clean a toilet, trust. Nope. I don't need you to mop a floor. I don't need you to, wash a wall. I need some expertise in some areas, and I would definitely appreciate it. Like just to be to make a flyer, just to be able to circulate to let people know events are happening, things are going on. If you have skills to do that, let me know. And I'm about to end this live because I have approached work soon to be approaching. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully something I said was encouraging to you. Start something from something. That's something that I had said in a video some time back. You can start something from something, because we all start with something. So I have some things I have, and if you can help, let me know. Hit me up. Let's connect. You can do it from where you are. That's great. If you can come close, see how you can contribute, that's even better. Have a great day.